Welcome back everyone to some more journal with me, ThisJester. So let's talk about the dearest, I guess we will. Hi Mom. Oh hi, there you are. Words. Do you really want me to say something at Grandma's grave? Oh yeah, you don't have to, but it would mean a lot to me if you did. I think I need more time. I can't put into words right now. If you're struggling, if you don't want to talk to me, you can always go to your father. Or you could talk to the priest here. He's a good listener. It might help you to talk to someone. Alright, so we're going to talk to the... I'm going to go. Bye, Mom. See you later. Don't want to talk to the priest. Oh. This place is dirty. I don't like it. Why is the rug ruined? Oh, there's paper everywhere. The candles are running low. Yes, a bad priest. Hello, my child. I don't normally come here. Oh? Well, you must know you're always welcome. Yeah, my grandmother used to tell me if anything bad ever happened, I should come here, that it's a safe place. Is it? Is that why you're here now? Has something bad happened? I don't know, maybe. That's why I'm here right now, though. Do you want to talk about it? I'm always happy to lend an ear. Not really, but, thanks. I understand. Perhaps you could tell me why you don't normally visit the church. Scared, busy, no reason. I think she's got a lot of... Definitely no reason. She wants to talk to the priest, that's for sure. She's not busy. Because she's able to skip school all the time. She's scared. This place is... it's sort of scary. Ah, yes. I suppose you might see it that way. This place is very old now. Like me, I suppose. Not exactly appealing to younger eyes, if you know what I mean. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Oh, no, I understand. This place is a relic from a time long before yours, or mine. But that's something to be remembered and celebrated. Why? So many things in our lives are transitory. Sometimes we need things that last, like this place. Something to ground us. I don't really understand. And that's okay. You're young and have so much to learn. Better technology limits than pretend you know more than you do. I hate when people call me young. They treat me like I'm not mature enough to understand anything, so they lie to me, or just don't tell me anything at all. You stole a snow globe. That's pretty immature. I know it's hard to believe, but even the oldest of us were young once upon a time. It feels like people forget about being young as soon as they grow up. They're so inconsiderate. On the contrary, I think much of it comes from remembering the joy of childhood. They want to protect you from the real world, the one they have to live in. So you hold on to your childhood for as long as possible, the real world. Oh dear, it's taking a turn for the worst, isn't it? It doesn't feel like there's much joy in childhood to me. I'm sorry to hear you say that, but I know better than to pry when you say you don't want to talk about it. So instead, let me ask you a question. Are you a believer? I think she'd be agnostic. She's a bit unsure. I'm not sure. I haven't really given a lot of thought. Recently, I used to be. Ah, so there is still some faith in your heart. You faced hardships and have tested it, that's all. I mean, if God cares about us, why would he let all these bad things happen to us? Some of my brothers believe God tests us, but I like to think our day-to-day struggles are not something he controls. They're merely a small part of the gift he gave us. What gift? Life, of course. He gave us life, and in a world in which we live in it. It may not always be easy, but I'm thankful for the chance to be here and to meet people like you.
But couldn't we do something about all the horrible things that happened? Couldn't he do something about all the horrible things that happened?
Oh, perhaps he could, but is that his place? If he did intervene, would we truly have free will? We would be living our lives for us. He would be living our lives for us. Oh,
Today is the anniversary of the day my grandma died.
I see. I'm sorry for your loss. Was it very recent?
No, it was a few years ago now. My mother just wants me to say something.
Contemplation is important, even if it's something you'd rather not think about, perhaps even more so. I think she'll agree to that.
I suppose so. I don't want to forget her.
Exactly. It's important to reflect on those we hold dear, even when they have passed on.
It's just, I feel like...
What is it?
I feel like I'm a fraud.
Why do you say that?
When I was really young, my grandmother seemed nice to me and generous. I used to love visiting her.
But things changed as you grew older?
Yeah, it was like she was just angry all the time. My parents had to force me to go see her.
So it's guilt that you feel, is it? You feel bad because you didn't like her and now she's gone. Ooh. I don't think you hated her, did you? I don't know enough about your past to say that. Complicated, numb.
It's more complicated than that. I don't feel bad because she's gone or because I miss her. I feel bad because I don't.
Oh, child. I'm sure that she was dear to you once upon a time, even if things changed as the years progressed.
It's just like everyone expects me to be upset, and I'm not. I'm not sure I ever will be. Does that make me a bad person?
The mere fact that you are here asking me the question tells me you're not a bad person.
Then what should I do?
You must be honest with yourself, even if it's not as easy as it sounds.
But I'm being honest with myself. That's why I feel upset.
You are honest about your feelings, but perhaps not about why you feel that way. You need to search inside yourself for the reason, the truth about why you stopped loving her.
I suppose. I guess I hadn't really thought about why. I just did.
Most people don't examine the reasons for their feelings. Their feelings themselves are often so strong, they blind us to their root cause.
If I can figure out why I feel like this, what then?
Then you must ask yourself, can you be forgiven? We are none of us without flaw, and we all need forgiveness at some point in our lives.
Talking to the priest confused me even more than I was already, but it made me realise how guilty I felt that my grandmother's death didn't bother me as much as people expected.
I have to go now.
Goodbye, my dear. You're welcome here any time. That priest has got his head screwed on, that's for sure. Do you feel like talking to Mum now?
Hi, Mom. Hey, you're here.
There you are. Words.
So, you really want me to say something in Grandma's grave? You don't have to, but it would mean a lot to me if you did. I think...
We just talked to the priest. Alright.
Hi, Grandma. Mum wants me to talk to you, but I don't know what to say. I guess I'm not really ready to talk about those things yet. I'll come back though, I promise. Ah, I'm gonna go now! Ah, it's my club!
So, do I go back to talk to the priest again? I feel like we already talked to him. Maybe talk to Trevor. We'll talk to the priest again and see what happens. Okay. Looks like talking to the priest didn't do diddly squat for me. Let's talk to Mum again, see if she's got any more options. Nope. Right, I'm a tad lost. Let's talk to Trevor, see what he has to say for himself.
Hi, Trevor. How's things?
Yeah, just fine.
I'm gonna go.
See you later. Okay. Clearly we have not solved this puzzle of talking the wrong way. Let's talk to people at school? No, that's not it. Okay, so we search there. We can go here, so... I don't know why she'll come here, but... whatever. Okay, 24... Does this go... Oh, is this Dad? This has to be Dad. Unless it's a random stranger we stumbled into his house and now we're looking for clues as to why he committed a crime. Oh, there's like a box here. That's a clue. He's a murderer and a rapist and possibly a pedophile. Whee! Oh, it's Daddy.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, hon. What brings you all the way here?
Did you realize that today is the anniversary of Grandma's death?
It is? Sorry, honey. I had so many other things to worry about lately.
Mum wants me to say something at her grave.
Of course she does. Your mother has always been sentimental like that. Let's be sentimental.
I mean, I think I understand. I don't want to forget Gran.
I suppose so. She was your grandmother. It's good that you care about her.
It's just that I don't know what I should say. Can you give me any ideas?
I'm not really the right person to ask things. Things were difficult between her and I.
I remember. You used to fight a lot. Mum would get upset about it.
I was never good enough for her daughter. It's as simple as that.
Did Grandma say that to you?
She didn't have to. It was obvious in the way she talked to me, even the way she looked at me.
I remember when she seemed so nice.
When you were little, yes. She softened up for a while, but it didn't take long for her to go back to her old ways.
So, she was always that way? I mean, before I was born? I thought she was just like that, towards the end.
She was like that as far back as I can remember. Your mother told me she never quite got over losing William. It twisted her.
If she was so horrible, why did we have to keep seeing her?
She was family. Look, forget what I said. I should never have gotten into it on today. Of all days, she was still your grandmother, and however it may have seemed, she loved you. Let's go down hate. This piano's getting crazy. There we go.
I didn't like her.
Oh, it's back.
Now I'm supposed to feel bad. She's gone.
It shouldn't have to... I shouldn't have said anything. Your grandmother wasn't all that bad. She was just had a difficult life. You used to enjoy visiting her. Try to remember the better times you had with her.
I talked to Dad about Gran. He was right about her all along. She was such a horrible person by the end.
Have you talked to Mum lately?
Yeah, of course. We've had to talk a lot about what with everything. The divorce. Look, I know it's hard, not having us be a proper family in the middle of all this.
I thought when you left it would only be for a little while. You said you needed time apart.
Yeah, I mean, I meant what I said, but... well, it's been a while now. I just don't know if we can go back to being the way we were before.
Screw your dad. I guess I can understand why you might want to get away from her.
Don't be like that. Your mother loves you. She's doing her best to support you.
Then why did you leave?
After what happened with John, I just couldn't forgive her. I wanted to. But seeing her every day made that more difficult. Wait, her and John got it on? Oh snap.
You thought it would be easier to forgive her if you didn't see her every day? I thought if you love someone, you could forgive them anyway.
Not if they've done that to you. Or if they think they've done what I think they've done to you. Oh, twisty twisty. I thought so too, but love is a complicated thing. I couldn't do both, so in the end I had to pick one or the other. I've forgiven your mother, but I can't love her anymore. I am confused.
How can you say that about Mum? That's horrible.
We have to be honest about these things, honey. We'd all have been a lot happier if we'd been honest with ourselves sooner.
I don't want to lose you, Dad.
Don't be silly. You're not going to lose me. I may not be living with you anymore, but I'm still here. You can still see me whenever you want.
But what if you get a new family? Then you won't need us anymore.
I wouldn't do that to you. Parents who break up, they move on, hon. In fact, I've been seeing someone recently, but it doesn't change how I feel about you.
What? You've got a new girlfriend?
I wouldn't call her my girlfriend yet. It's still early days, but her name is Rachel, and we've been spending some time together recently.
I'd always hoped Dad and Mum would fix things and get back together. I was shocked to realise neither of them were even trying.
Holy crap, so much to read.
What happened with John?
Please don't ask me that. I shouldn't have mentioned it. It's not any of my business anymore.
Is it? Does it have something to do with him not visiting anymore?
He doesn't? Well, I wouldn't know anything about it. What your mother does is up to her.
But what happened?
Ask your mother, not me. I think you'd be better off to let the subject drop, though.
Dad let slip that John was involved in his breakup with Mum, but he didn't seem to want to tell me why.
How old are you, girlfriend? 12? 13? 14? You should know about these things by now, shouldn't you? Unless you're younger. I don't think she ever said how old she was.
Who's Rachel?
We know each other through work. We've just been out for drinks a couple times.
Why haven't you said anything about it until now?
I wanted to be sure, you know. I didn't want to say anything if it wasn't going anywhere.
Is it then? Going somewhere?
I think it could. Would you be upset about that? She's gonna take the high road and be... It upsets her, but she's gonna let her dad be happy, because she loves him.
It's okay. It's just... I didn't think you'd move on so soon.
I'm sorry. Maybe I should have said something earlier, or waited until later to tell you about it.
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I hope you understand eventually. You'd like her. If you gave her a chance, I'd love for you to know her one another, but, well, I know you've got enough to deal with right now.
I need to think about it.
I understand. You should talk to your mother too. Neither of us can expect her to stay on her own forever, either.
I'd never even met this Rachel, and Dad was already dating her. I'm not sure I'm ready for him to be seeing someone new.
Yeah.
How are you liking the flat?
It's not much to look at, I know. It's only temporary, though.
Will you come back home eventually then?
No? No. I mean, I'll find your place soon. A house, with a room for you too, of course. Won't that be nice? Most kids don't get 2 houses. Oh, that's bad. She's hurt.
It's going to be nicer than this place?
I know. Your mother would throw a tantrum. I'm not as good as she is about cleaning.
I'm gonna head off.
Okay, see you later, honey. Can we talk to Grandma now? We'll talk to Mum, then we'll talk to Grandma. And then I think that's more than enough time.
Hi, Mum. Hey, there you are.
Oh, Rachel.
Have you heard about this woman Dad's seeing? Rachel? Ah, he told you about her, did he? He said they're gone out a few times now. I can't stand surprised. She's always did pay your father a lot of attention. Are you jealous? Jealous? No. Not really. A little hurt, I suppose.
Is this a love-hate question? Do you hate him, or do you love him, or does she...
Don't you want it back so we can be a family? It's not that simple. I know it's hard for you to accept, but maybe we just weren't meant to be together. You haven't even tried to fix things. We have. I keep telling you I've tried. I know we're not told you everything, but that's because these things are so complicated. Well, whose fault is it then? I blamed myself for a while. When John and I... Something happened. It upset your father. That's when all this started. What does John have to do with all this? Forget I mentioned him. It wasn't because of John. I know now. I hadn't been happy with your father for a long time. I don't think he had been either.
Denial!
I don't understand why either of you don't want to fix this. Surely it can be fixed. You can't fix everything. Sometimes you just gotta accept something is over, and you can't have it back. So, you're okay with him dating Rachel? It hurts seeing him move on so soon, especially after everything we've been through together. But we both have to move on eventually. And honey, you have to be okay with that.
I was surprised Mum was on Dad's side with this. Neither of them cared about repairing their relationship.
Not after what John did. Heyo. Oh, shit. There's more. Okay.
It's just that she wasn't always that nice to me. I know. She became different towards the end. She didn't care about you, even if she didn't always she did care about you, even if she didn't always show it. It's just... Look, I'm not asking you to say anything that's not true, or pretend that things are better. I just want you to be honest with yourself and your feelings. Okay, I think I can do that. Don't worry, I'm not going to listen. Whatever you have to say is just between you and her.
I don't know why it took me so long to decide what I wanted to say.
Because you don't know what to say?
Hi, Grandma. I didn't want to come and talk to you, but it's important, Mum, that I do. I guess I'm old enough to be honest with you now. I find it really hard to think of what I wanted to say here. Not all of my memories of you are fond or happy. You used to be so nice. I wish I understood better what happened to change that. I guess I was too young to understand that you had your own life and your own problems. I had no idea what you were going through. I remember the first time I properly got in trouble at school. Mum and Dad were both busy at work, so they called you. I could never forget it. The way you marched in and took my side. Told them that you didn't care what they said I'd done, that I was a good girl. No one ever stood up for me before. I felt bad, because really, the fight had been my fault. But you didn't seem to mind.
Ooh, I'm thinking between gentle and harsh. Gentle lies with harsh truths. Go on, let her have it.
So many great memories. But they're not the ones that come to mind when I think of you. I don't want to remember you as a cruel person, but that's what comes to mind when I think of you. The grandma who cared for me feels like a half-remembered dream compared to the one I remembered it clearly. The one I was scared of. Ever since you died, it's like everything keeps telling me how sorry they are, how hard it must be for me.
Love.
Despite everything, I still cared about you. It's what makes it hard, though. What makes it hard, though, is that I don't feel bad you're gone. I feel bad because your death hasn't been hard on me. Everyone acts like it should be, and it's not. It's like there's something wrong with me, because losing my grandmother doesn't hurt. It makes me worry about what kind of a person I am, Am I always going to be like this? I know it's selfish, it's unfair. I wanted to be honest with you now, even if I wasn't before. I hope wherever you are, you're happier now, and I hope you can forgive me.
When I spoke at her grave, I tried to tell Gran what I really felt, but I'm not sure if there was any point in doing it. Maybe in the end, it was for my sake and not for hers.
Correctos. Boom! Talk to Mother.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, there you are.
Okay, I did it. I said something. Good girl. It's really important to me. I know you didn't always see eye to eye with grandmother, but she was my mother. Do you miss her? Of course I do. More than I could ever put into words. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Artie. It's not your fault. Life can seem cruel sometimes, I know. I'm gonna go.
Okay, so... right, that's way more than enough time today, so we will see you in the next one, guys. See you then. Bye.